Welcome to the transition word video, and in this video we're going to be going over what a transition word is, what you're going to do, and how you're going to do what you're going to do. You will do video notes and an assessment, and we'll do a guided practice together. You're going to need your transition word video notes page and the transition word guided practice page, a pencil, a pen, and the transition word assessment quiz paper. So the scale is a transition word, and transition words are phrases that connect paragraphs and sentences to one another. Paragraph transitions give a relationship between one idea and the next. In a paragraph, transitions provide a sense that the paragraph contains one main idea or argument. Paragraph transitions help with the flow of writing from the beginning to the end, as well as a sense of coherence of the whole essay. Transitional words and phrases often occur at the beginning of a sentence, and for more formal writing, transitional expressions are set off with a comma. Some transition words often occur at the end or even in the middle of a sentence. Also, I forgot to mention in the beginning that all the black words are going to be on your notes page, which are underlined blank, so you have to fill those in with the black words that are not white. Yeah. So some examples of transition words are above all, finally, meanwhile, actually, first, second, third, moreover, afterward, first and foremost, next, all things considered, and so many more. Some example of transition word phrases are: not only did my brother break his leg, but he also bruised his rib. My friend hates skiing for several reasons. The first reason is that she dislikes being cold. Another reason is that she often falls. She hates house cleaning. On the other hand, she doesn't mind cooking. Despite the fact that Kate is good at tennis, she lost the match. Rock climbing takes much practice and skill. In the same way, learning to write well requires a great deal of practice. Some more examples of transitional word phrases are: I forgot the cake was in the oven. As a consequence, it burned. Jeff was working hard to clean the house. Meanwhile, his brother was watching television. Whether you are coming or not, I am still going to Amy's party. James is actually the first person I have known who has been to Africa. I like neither that person nor his brother. So this is how you place transition words. For sentences, transitions can be placed at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of a sentence. For paragraphs, transitions can be found at the beginning of the paragraph or at the end of the paragraph. You might find transition words in essays, reports, paragraphs, sentences, and in just about all texts. So this is going to be the guided practice part of the kiosk video. And so you're going to take out your guided practice page and you're going to circle the answer, and then you're going to fill in the sentences at the bottom. You only have to write 2 sentences. You can either copy 2 down from the examples, or you can make up your own sentence. So, blank, they tried hard. The students could not finish the project as they were lacking in skills and knowledge. So we're going to go through these, and although they tried hard, the students could not finish the project as they were lacking in skills and knowledge. Although it makes complete sense, but we still have to go through the others just in case. So, as they tried hard, the students could not finish the project as they were lacking in skills and knowledge. Well, as doesn't make sense, because it just doesn't. Since they tried hard, the students could not finish the project as they were lacking in skills and knowledge. Well, since doesn't make sense, because that just doesn't. And then, despite they tried hard, the students could not finish the project as they were lacking in skills and knowledge. Despite could be it, but it still doesn't just seem like it goes with the flow. However they tried hard, the students could not finish the project as they were lacking in skills and knowledge. However just doesn't make sense. So right here I'm going to go with A. Okay, all the soldiers had to take their mask with them, blank, if there was a gas attack. So all the students had to take the mask with them that just doesn't make sense. Like if no. All the soldiers had to take their mask with them in case if there was a gas attack. That makes complete case because there is no textual evidence that there was or there is going to be, so in case makes perfect sense. All the soldiers had to take their mask with them, so if there was a gas attack. Well, we don't know if there's going to be, and so just doesn't make sense. All the soldiers had to take their mask with them, nevertheless, if there was a gas attack. That just doesn't make sense, so no. All the soldiers had to take their mask with them so that if there was a gas attack. So that if, that just doesn't go with the flow. So in this one, I'm going to have to go with B, in case. I dropped my cell phone and it broke. Blank, I need to either buy a new one or borrow yours. So I dropped my cell phone and it broke in spite of I need to either buy a new one. That just doesn't even make sense. I dropped my cell phone and it broke. Likewise, I need to either buy a new one or borrow yours. So that could be the answer, and we don't know yet, so we're still going to go through them. I dropped my cell phone and it broke. Furthermore, I need to either buy a new one or borrow yours. No, not to me. That doesn't make sense. I dropped my cell phone and it broke. Therefore, I need to either buy a new one or borrow yours. That makes complete sense because she's probably going to have to buy a new one or borrow someone's. I dropped my cell phone and it broke. Otherwise, I need to either buy a new one or borrow yours. Otherwise, just doesn't make sense. You have to compare things. So no, and this one I'm going to go with D. Therefore. So you can either write your own sentences for the 2 sentences you have to write, and if you are, these are some examples of transition words that you can use in your sentence. If not, you can use 2 of the given sentences below, which are several years ago a tobacco company attempted to sell a cigarette that made no smoke. However, people who tested that project did not like the way it tasted. The expert found that between 40 million and 80 million people have been forced to move from their homes because of dams. So you can either use the given 2 of the given, or you can make your own using some of the examples of the transition words. So if you have finished your guided practice, you can take the assessment, which is 2 pages, where one of them you have to underline and one of them you have to rewrite the sentence and add a transition word to the sentence. So good luck. Yeah.